Here's a quick tour through some of my very favorite baby books. It is recommended you read to your baby right from birth. It's an amazing bonding experience for you. It's also really great for their brain development. So I want to help you find some books that you're going to enjoy just as much as your baby. This one is Lift the Flat Peekaboo. It's got these fun, colorful peekaboo pages. And my favorite thing about this one is how sturdy it is. I really don't like books where I have to micromanage my baby and make sure she's being gentle and not tearing all the flaps out. This book is not a problem because instead of the flaps being taped or glued here at the bottom, they're actually extensions of the page. That makes it really extra sturdy. If you've got a bit of an older baby and you want more of a story in the book, there are these hide and seek books with the same style flaps. You can see they're also really big flaps, so they're easy for little fingers to manipulate. And I also really love these little lift and look books. This is the garden one. And again, it's got these big sturdy flaps. This one follows a little mouse all through the garden. There's also little lift and look bugs that I've got here where it follows a little ladybug. And there are a bunch more in this series. These are only $10.95 each. So it's a really amazing price point for what you're getting inside the book. If you want an interactive book that isn't flaps, there are also these books with sliders. So this is Slide and See Animals. Every page has a different slider that'll change the picture. And again, super sturdy. Look how thick those pages are. So if your kid tends to chew on books or drool on books, no problem. The fire engine book also has got moving parts. In this case, it's the wheels. If you're reading to a really little baby and you're having trouble holding their attention on the book, you can try playing with the wheels and drawing them back into the book that way. We want them to associate the book with love and bonding and fun and play, and that way we can help grow that love of reading even from when they're really tiny. This is a very popular series. You might have heard of it. It's the That's Not My Books. They're touchy-feely books. So every page has a different sensory component in it. The best thing about these books is how many options there are. So I've got That's Not My Monkey, That's Not My Truck. I've got That's Not My Wombat. If you're into llamas, there's That's Not My Llama, or Panda, or Owl, Princess, everything. I think there are over 100 titles in this series, so you can really find whatever it is that your kid is into. When my son was a baby, he loved trucks and wheels, so I got him That's Not My Truck. That was 7 years ago. This book has held up so well. All three of my children have loved and loved and loved this book, and they have not managed to love it to pieces. So I would highly recommend these as really sturdy hand-me-down books for sure. They're also really great gifts, because whatever your kid is into, you can find one to match. Or if you happen to have a little stuffed animal or a vehicle that you were already planning to give, you can bundle it with a book like this. Here are a couple little board books to show you quickly. There are a bunch of little standard board books like this. Some of them are nursery rhymes and some of them are folk tales. I'm going to show you The Rainy Day and the Stormy Day, which are beautiful little stories. They've got lovely illustrations and also really positive underlying messaging. The rainy day is a celebration of getting outside and enjoying nature, even when the weather's wet. And The Stormy Day is a great book if your kid is a little bit anxious about storms. It's a very reassuring little story. And it talks about what to expect and how after the storm it's sunny and calm again. These books are only $8.95 for any of the little board books. So if you're going to like a baby shower, this is literally cheaper than a fancy greeting card. You could just buy one of these, inscribe your message on the back, and then they have a beautiful book that they can read and enjoy over and over again for years. Here's the Big Book of Numbers. This is a very versatile book, age-wise. You can use it with brand new babies. It's got these really high contrast images on each page. It works great for tummy time. You can just set it up. It's also obviously fantastic for toddlers who are learning to count or preschoolers who are learning to recognize numbers. But even elementary age kids like this one because there's trivia on each page about the number and there's always something new to learn. My sons really like this page with all the really big numbers, like 100 billion stars in our galaxy. And the last ones I'm going to show you quickly here are some sound books. There are so many options for sound books. Some of them have touchy-feely patches where you can tickle an animal and make a sound. There are some noisy big machine books or nursery rhyme books where it'll play the nursery rhyme, which are so great for language development. But my favorites are the nature books and the music books. So I'm going to show you one of each. This book is all birdsong. This is a song thrush that you're listening to. They're really fun for babies learning cause and effect. Push the button, make a noise, and they're not obnoxious noises. It's birdsong. There's also some beautiful music books. This is the Calming Music book. My daughter absolutely loves this book. My favorite thing about it is that it's got actions to go with the music. So like, Baby Otter likes to lie down and hear a soothing tune. Lie on your back and imagine you're floating on the water while the music plays. You can press it again to stop. There's the little mouse. Oh, I really like this one. Try lying on your front like the lion cubs. Relax your fingers and toes and let the music wash over you. This book can be really handy after big emotions. If your child needs a bit of a quiet space to help calm their body down, there are some actions to work through here. Or it can also be great as part of a bedtime routine to help calm their body down to relax for sleep. And that is just a very small sample of the baby books available in the catalog. If you want to see everything or browse through other types of books as well, go to playroombookshelf.com and click on the shopping link. If you specifically want baby books, there's a drop-down menu where you can choose baby books and it'll filter those out for you. But if you want recommendations for your kid, or if you have any questions about anything that I've shown you just now, please don't hesitate to get in touch because I really love to help.